items, state-of-the-art equipment, and a team of skilled designers, we can engrave intricate designs on virtually any material. Whether it's a special message, a company logo, or a custom design, Romika Laser Engraving will help you make your mark. And the best part, our prices are affordable and our turnaround time is quick.
I couldn't be happier with the work Romika Laser Engraving did for me. The engraving on my product was precise and exactly what I wanted.
So don't wait any longer to add a personal touch to your products. Call Romika Laser Engraving and Custom Designs today at 817-400-4040 or visit our website at romikadesigns.com. We look forward to helping you make your mark.
Hey, travelers, do you want to save money on your next flight? Then pick up the phone and call. That's right, call, because the best prices are not online. They're with SmartFares. See, SmartFares has special deals with the airlines. When they have unsold seats, they use SmartFares to fill them. So you get airline tickets at ridiculously low prices. Our prices are too low to publish online. With the extra money you'll save, you can book another trip or treat yourself to dinner or shopping. So stop searching all of those travel sites to find the lowest price on your next flight. Let one of our SmartFares expert travel agents find ridiculously low prices for you. Call SmartFares today and get the best price on your next flight. Guaranteed. Also, save up to 50% off business and first class tickets.
855-325-1820. 855-325-1820. That's 855-325-1820.
Fast Track Student Loans can get your student loans out of default, stop any wage garnishments, stop collection calls, and stop seizure of your tax refund. Give yourself a break. Stop the stress and get your student loan payments down to as little as $25 a month based on what you can afford to pay. 800-709-4395. 800-709-4395. 800-709-4395. 800-709-4395.
Have you ever met a single person in your life that enjoys paying taxes? No, no one does. If you can't sleep at night because you have a huge problem with the IRS, I've got some free advice for you. This service is strictly limited to individuals that owe the IRS $10,000 or more in back taxes. And if you qualify, we can guarantee that you won't be writing a big fat check to the IRS, or our services cost you nothing. The first 100 people that call today will get a free tax consultation worth $500. Stop worrying about your IRS problem. We can help you, we promise. Call the tax doctor right now. I mean right now, to learn more.
800-240-4587. 800-240-4587. 800-240-4587. That's 800-240-4587.
Fast Track Student Loans can get your student loans out of default, stop any wage garnishments, stop collection calls, and stop seizure of your tax refund. Give yourself a break. Stop the stress and get your student loan payments down to as little as $25 a month based on what you can afford to pay. 800-709-4395. 800-709-4395. 800-709-4395. 800-709-4395.
The voice of Johnson County, Joco Community Radio.
Wow! Woo! Let's get it. It's World Series, football, basketball. I heard on the like the real radio people, you know, we just get to pretend.
The real radio people.
I heard like someone say, like, for the first time in like DFW history, I know the Rangers have been to the World Series, but like in the same week that the Rangers, the Mavericks, the Stars, and the Cowboys all played in the same week. So it's kind of cool little sports stuff. They ain't got nothing on the Northwest stuff. No. What up, chat? I see all the L's dropping in there. Y'all know the rules. Drop an L for live and an R for replay. We got playoff talk today. We got a full slate again. We've got shout outs. We had big games last week. We've got, we got all kinds of stuff going on. We got big games this week. I get to be an honorary captain this week.
What?
I know. I know.
Where are you going to be a captain?
I'm going to Kennedale.
Oh, I'll be there.
The Frogs have asked me to be a captain for them, and
I got a shirt.
I got a shirt. I didn't wear it today because I thought about wearing it, but I was like, you know what? I'm going to save it for the game.
Okay.
And I got to actually text Tim back, and I just found out today my schedule is good that I can make that. So to get out there. So, man, they're kind of, Kennedale got me their shirt. Yeah. And I'm torn now, right?
Are you torn?
I'm torn.
Okay.
I mean, we'll talk about it in the picks later.
We'll see in the picks.
But I'm torn, man, because it got a group, and I don't know, I'm gonna have to make my own shirt that's like half black and half white, because their shirt was white and Kennedale's was black. I don't know, man. I'm torn. We got huge games last week. I know we had some shout outs. I know that Cody sent a message to us, shouting out to that Big 12U game that was last weekend.
Yeah,
under the lights, heavy hitter.
I got my lock right.
Yeah, you got your lock right. I got my deal right on that. We'll talk about that game later. I missed two of them. RYA showed up big in two of their 3 games. 12U.
They did get me in one of them.
Yeah, 12U showed up, but man, it was a game. Essentially, I'm going to sum all this up, but man, he basically wanted to shout out to the parents out there on both sides. He said it was awesome game, respectful. He gave a shout out to the running back Harley for the Elks, and then to 2 kids on his team, Clay and Jackson, and basically just. What I read from his message is everybody left it out on the line out there last night. Now I'll say I watched the film on that game because I didn't get to go. I got a chance to watch the film, watched every play, and I think hopefully we all can say the Elks are who we thought they were. And before I get a message from Ari, I'm not even looking over here of that's not the same team. This team now is 63-1, bro. That's crazy.
That's okay.
I mean,
it's not bad.
It's not Nick Saban, but
it might be better than Nick Saban right now. That's not a bad deal there.
And then I've already got 8U Royals calling me out saying they get whooped by 60. Royals showed up big in a couple of the games. That 8U game, I didn't get to see that. You watched that? I was there.
Game. That was
what happened.
It was a 6-0 game, but it was a Royals defense came to play.
I like it.
I will say that. And I have to give a shout out to the video. The video was live. I ain't gonna lie. That was nice. But they came to play. They really did. So that was a great game. RYA showed up for real.
Yeah.
On defense side of the ball. Those teams both got good defenses. That's why it scored 6-0. But great defense.
Number 7 get the ball.
He's on 7U.
7U?
Yeah, it was 8.
No, do we know if number 7 got the ball on 7U?
They won, so I'm saying
okay.
Yeah. I'm gonna say yes.
And then Kevin corrected me. They're 53-1 in their last 54. Tank says, let's talk that 10U talk. So I got to see the 10U.
How was that?
Great game. They overcame a lot of adversity, right? And number 1, I believe his number is number 1 on that team. Stud
for
RYA. Stud. I mean, honestly, they had like a 4th and I'm going to say a mile. Ball thrown up, makes a play. But that wasn't even the most impressive play to me he made. There was a 2-point conversion that they threw the ball to him. And, I mean, he had the defender draped all over him and drug him, which the 2-point conversion was big.
Difference of game, wasn't it?
Yes, because the game, I think, was like 18-14 or 16-14. And so it was or 12. It was 16-12. Those 2-point conversions were everything, right? Yeah. It was everything in the game, right? There's a lot of back and forth. There were questionable calls on both sides. I know all the RYA parents be like, no, they're only on my side. Of course. Not true. But they're questionable calls on both sides. Both teams came over adversity. Stupid plays by both teams, right? That just you just go, what did you do that for? RYA had some of them lining up 5 men in the backfield. Then the Elks had a big stop, and the kid made a huge tackle and stood over and flexed on him, got a 15-yard penalty. I mean, just crazy. But at the end of the day, I watched 2 really good football teams, and number 1 is a stud.
Bryson, you're a stud.
I
didn't see you, Bryson, but everybody's saying you're a stud.
Yeah, he and honestly, man, that kind of shed some light, and I look forward to watching a lot of those 10U teams play. So, but shout out to everybody that played this past weekend. Mother Nature's coming.
She is.
So I think we get a decently warm game Saturday, but it could be full of rain.
Right. It might be a little rainy in the morning, but still a little chilly in the morning, I think.
Little chilly, yeah.
Flag might be in for it.
Flag might be in for it. I'm worried about my boys on Flag, just because it could be a little chilly in the morning. Monday's going to be in the 40s. And for all of you who have had a lot of messages, and I did clarify this with, Doug came in here in the executive board. We are playing tomorrow, folks. We don't have time to make up nothing.
Rain ain't gonna stop nothing.
If there's lightning and stuff like that, each field will kind of have their own I guess protocols if lightning's in the area, etc. But there are, unless you get some random text message that comes out from the executive board later, which we've all talked about it, we are playing football tomorrow.
Yes.
Kenneth sent me a picture of a game that they played in the rain and mud. I'll show it to you. Like, players are just covered in mud. So parents, bring the hose, right?
Those kids love that game.
Bring the hose. It's going to be great. Eric says I'm fixing to put them cows on notice. Jared says, yes, sir. Number one's a bad boy. Man, it's just a cool weekend of football. So I know we got a lot of playoff talk to get into. We got picks.
You want to hear about your picks last week?
They weren't good.
They weren't good.
No, they weren't at all, because I did them on the fly because I was so concerned.
They were one of your worst since week 1.
Yeah. Okay. Go ahead and hit me with it.
29-13.
Yeah. See, I mean, I'm still way over 500.
Hey, the locks were good though.
Locks were good.
6-1.
Okay.
Yes. RYA, you did.
RYA let you down?
They let me. No, RYA.
RYA
messed me up. But you know what? I will say this though. RYA, every time I come to a game, y'all wins. So I know. Every time I show up, they win. That's all I do know.
That's funny. We got that big game 8 p.m. Saturday night underneath the lights. Paige is live on here. We got a lot of stuff. We got a lot of people that saved their playoff season last weekend.
Oh yes.
Right. We're going to talk about that. Shout outs. Do you have any shout outs on yours while I pull up the ones that came in?
I have to say, from 5U, it was RYA versus BYA Cooper. Cooper wanted to give a shout out to both teams. They had an overtime game. It was a hard game. All the kids played hard, fighting. And BYA came out, but Cooper wanted to make sure he let everybody know that our team was great too. So,
and I know we had some that came into the after the whistle, and I'm trying to get it pulled up right here to see.
Now I'm going to tell y'all again. When you do shout outs, you send it in by Wednesday. Don't send it in Friday night or Friday morning. What I mean, don't do that.
And there's a reason for that. Now I know Doug and I get up here and we make this look pretty easy, but we actually do prep, right? I got a little, we actually do some show prep. I do know it was sent in early enough for the after the whistle, and for whatever reason, that email is not coming up on my phone. So if you have it on yours to grab it, we'll definitely.
Somebody sent me a video.
Yep. I got that too, but for whatever reason, I can't get it connected. So if that was you, I apologize about that. We'll get that. Jake says SYA versus KYA game of the week. So SYA dude predicting 6-0. How you feeling now? Let me know. I can bet the exact opposite this week. Hey man, that's cool, Kobe. You can bet the opposite of me. I think my picks stand for themselves. Like, you bet opposite of me the whole time, you'd be broke. All right, so do we want to go with picks first before we get into the playoffs?
Let's knock the picks out.
Let's knock them out. Let's go. I want to hear y'all's predictions too. Let's knock them out.
We got Midlow versus BBCG.
This is flag game. Of course, I'm taking my Okies.
All right, you got BYA Matinee versus RYA.
I'm taking BYA.
All right, BYA in the hills. You got Coop versus Prater.
I'm gonna take Prater. I think Coop's getting ready for next week. We'll talk about that in a minute.
And you got Vigar versus Waxahachie.
Vigar.
And that is my lock of the week, of course.
Lock of the week.
And
going
Lake
out
Worth,
on a whim.
I know, right? Lake Worth versus KYA.
You know what? Derek don't like me to pick him, but I'm gonna take KYA.
Maybe you shouldn't pick him.
No, I gotta pick him. He's gonna prove me right.
I don't think you need to stop picking him. Then you got LYSA versus Red Oak.
I'm tell you something. That little LYSA team's good. Give me LYSA.
All right. 6U. We got Kidder versus BYA. It's gonna be a good game.
That is gonna be a good game.
I got BYA.
I'm gonna have to take BYA too on that one. That is gonna be a good game though.
You got Midlow Garrick versus RYA. Lock of the week. Midlow
Garrick.
Red Oak versus SY Diaz.
Is this the Red Oak Eaton team? Yeah.
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 Red Oak.
Red Oak.
Yeah. So you picking Red Oak?
You're picking Red Oak.
Okay. We got Dusky versus Ferris.
Give me Dusky.
And we got Waxahachie versus LYSA.
Give me a Waxahachie.
Yeah, I'm telling you, people really don't like that over there in Waxahachie. But no, it's a term of endearment. Y'all get over it.
What's up, Dad? I see my dad's watching from
Hey,
Wisconsin.
Pops has got on there. All right.
S.Y. Dusky, number 22. Way to go. Let's go.
All right, 7U. We got Ennis versus S.Y. Marquez.
Let's see here. I got to pull up my stuff here. Give me Marquez.
Marquez. All right. We got Waxahachie versus S.Y. Burton.
Give me Waxahachie.
All day, lock of the week. RYA versus Midlow.
I'm gonna take RYA.
Okay. You said that very like you didn't really mean it.
I just want number 7 to get the ball.
If he gets the ball, they win. It's a done deal. It's a done deal.
That will be my new coaching strategy if I have number 7. Give him the ball.
That'd be the only strategy. BYA versus Ferris.
This is BYA Johnson. Yeah,
Yes.
Ferris.
He said, that was kind of what? No.
I just want to make sure.
We got KYA versus Red Oak.
KYA.
All right.
I'm feeling good about these picks, Doug. Feeling good.
8U.
I gotta redeem myself
You
here
do.
so people can bet with me. Kobe's already
They can bet with you with 6U.
I
You're
know,
really
Cody
good at,
says whatever makes me feel better.
you're really good at 6U. Better than that's not very good. Okay. We got Ennis versus BBCG.
Ennis.
Ennis. Then we have Midlow LeBlanc versus BYA.
Hey, you notice I didn't pick the Elk set, right?
That's just because you don't like that guy. I don't know.
What are you talking about?
Just kidding. I don't know the dude either.
I like Dixon.
That's not Dixon. That's the other guy.
Oh,
The new guy.
oh yeah, definitely Ennis.
See how you said definitely? Whoa. See, I was right. I was right.
All right, go
I
ahead.
was right.
LeBlanc versus who?
BYA.
LeBlanc.
And we have Akron Midlow versus RYA. Stop. RYA.
RYA.
All right, here we go. Game of the week.
Game of the week.
We got Ferris
Yep.
versus S.Y. Baker.
Okay.
Now, this is important just because of Ferris has been over there on their side, just tearing it up.
Tearing it up.
Tearing it up. They're undefeated in conference, aren't they?
They are. They are.
And now you got SYA team licking their wounds from last week, getting beat by RYA in a tough defensive battle. Who you picking? That's the game of the week. And you know who I'm picking. My lock don't change. I'm still coming with you, Baker.
Here's what I'll tell you. The last time, and I don't know if Nate's on here right now or Grady's on here. Okay.
This is fantastic.
But the last time that I picked against Ferris, they put this big old sign out there and basically said you can thank Mike, and they went and hung like 60 on somebody.
Oh, wow.
Like they refused to turn the scoreboard off. Like I felt
I
bad.
remember that. Yes.
Like, I mean, we were almost going to have to call
So
CPS
you didn't
for
get-
child
They
endangerment.
do that to Baker too, you think?
I don't know they do that to Baker.
Oh, well, then pick. Don't worry about that. Pick with your heart, sir.
But Baker has this one coach over there that I believe in all the coaches, Baker. Let me just.
Oh.
But he's a defensive coach.
I know that guy.
And what I would tell you is that every time I've watched this dude coach on defense, his team is in every game. Now,
Yeah.
sometimes the offense can't score for him. Sometimes they can. I believe the offense can score. Give me Baker.
All right. We got Baker. Lock of the week.
Nate, don't get me no signage running out there either, Nate. Don't do it.
Oh, he's laughing at you already.
Don't do it, Nate.
He's laughing at you. Lake Worth versus Waxahachie.
Give me Waxahachie.
Right. KWA versus LYSA.
Okay, wait.
And we have SY Jordan versus Red Oak.
Give me Red Oak.
I think that's a good idea. All right.
9U.
9U.
And we're going to talk more about that game here.
We got Red Oak versus BBCG.
Give me BBGC.
We got Midlow's Brogan versus BYA.
Which, by the way, that's first round playoff. But we'll talk about that
Yes,
in
it is.
a little bit.
It is.
Give me Midlow.
You're going to pick Midlow over me. Wow. That's amazing.
You're getting ready for the playoffs. No, I'm just kidding.
not
I'm just
talking-
kidding,
not
Doug.
talking to you. Midlow, Marnette versus RWA. I've moved on.
This is an interesting game here because
It's a
Martinette's
playoff game.
been turning it on a little bit, and it's also a playoff game.
Yep. it's
They've
gonna be a
been-
playoff game.
I told you guys like several weeks ago, like something just didn't seem right with that Martinet team, the way that they were playing, because I've watched them play better. I'm going to take Martinet here. I'm going to take him here.
Okay.
This is a preview first round. I'm going to take him here. I feel like that team. I haven't got to see him play yet. I do plan on getting out there. I feel like that team is they're coming together.
I think the physicality of RYA is gonna.
That is true. That RYA team is very, very physical.
Yeah,
very physical.
That might be a problem. All right, Lake Worth versus Waxahachie.
Waxahachie.
All right, and game of the week.
Game of the week.
2 undefeateds left.
Yep.
In the 9U division.
Yep.
KYA versus SYA.
And I'm honorary captain.
And you are honorary captain.
So we have already people putting stats. KYA 9U defense has only allowed 12 points all year. I doubt it'll be a high-scoring game. SYA got a solid D as well, but about to be a great game.
This is one of those. This is another thing that, right? So a lot of people think that the American has the best teams.
Yep.
So I guess we'll find out now, right?
We are.
Because they beat 2 of them already. KYA has.
KYA's beat 2 of them.
Beat 3. Actually, 3 of them.
They beat 3.
We got 2 left.
They got Whitehead and Regari.
And Regari.
The top 2.
The top 2.
But they beat all the other 3.
Yes, they beat all of them.
And they beat them pretty handily.
No problem.
Like, I mean, like a redheaded stepchild in the middle of Kmart.
Hey, calm down. They lost. They beat RYA 6-0. So here we go. So you talk about they are who we thought we were. They're gonna know against the best teams on the other side, right?
So here's my deal. I believe this is now down to 3 teams in 9U. The Elks, the Frogs, and the Wildcats.
You will stop disrespecting me.
As I said, it's down to 3 teams.
Will stop.
It's down to
disrespecting
3.
me.
It's down to 3 teams. Hey, bro, I'm just calling it like I see it. I'm not. I haven't picked them. I haven't. I just, until proven otherwise, the champs are the champs. Give me SYA.
All right. That's why. What I do? Lock of the week. BBCG.
I'm already getting told I'm wrong by KYA. KYA all day. Steve says we got Kobe saying go Ferris.
That's gonna be good.
It's gonna be a good. There's so many good games, y'all. It's just crazy. Are we at 10U now?
Yeah, 10U. We got LYSA versus BBCG Clark coming off that loss last week.
Unfortunately, LYSA is gonna get it handed to them.
They mad
because Clark is pretty mad.
You got Midlow Lampkins versus BYA.
Give me BYA.
And you got Bowling versus RYA game of the week. Game of the week. And also my lock of the week.
Man. I mean, we got 2 really, really, really good teams.
Yes. Undefeated, right? Both of them undefeated. This is conference game. This could be potentially for the 1 seed. Right? Because there's a lot still left in this division.
Here's the deal. I have been messaged privately.
Private messages.
About how I've disrespected this Saginaw team.
We hadn't talked about it much. I will admit that. We have not.
But even going back to last year.
Oh, even last year.
Yeah, I owe steak dinners from last year. We hadn't had a chance to get them on this Saginaw team.
Which team is this? Bowling. What are they called? Which one are they called?
They are the Longhorns.
Longhorns? Okay, Longhorns. Gotcha.
Okay. They're a good team. And they're big.
Yeah, I did see them. They are
big boys up front. RYA, I've seen them play. They're a real good team.
Woo!
Last week, I picked against RYA 3 games, and I was only 1 for 3 last week.
You're pretty bad.
And I've got 2 games that I have to pick against them this week. Actually, really 3, because they got a big one in 12U again.
You're picking against them already? You're already saying you're picking against them? I picked against them, and I got one of mine wrong.
I'm taking Bowling.
Hey, RYA, are you listening?
Uh-oh.
Are you listening?
Uh-oh.
Lock of the week. RYA 10U. And I might show up at the game, so then for you, definitely win if I show up at the game.
Oh, my word.
Lock of the week, RYA.
It's a lock.
I'm locking it in.
See, I don't feel good about my pick. I'll be honest. I feel like I can flip a coin, and it's going to be either one in that game. I really do.
We'll talk more about that 10U, but that's going to be that's a lot of stuff going on there. You got Lake Worth versus SYA Warren.
Give me Lake Worth.
All right. We got KYA versus Midlow Robinson.
Robin.
Never lose Robinson.
No, they may not through this whole thing.
Red Oak versus Ferris.
Give me Red Oak. This is one of their better teams.
And you have Waxahachie Sedilios versus Waxahachie Hill.
Give me. Let me look at this. I made a little note on this one
See,
here.
You don't need to note. Ain't no note necessary.
Give me Sediliosis.
I agree. Got Ennis versus KYA Sheffield.
You know, this is a big game.
Oh, it's a very big game.
You know, like we got some big games out there, but this is for seeding and let's just be honest with you. If you stay the 4 seed, you got to deal with Robinson. Or if you stay the 3 seed, you got to deal with Robinson. If you're the 4 seed, you get to really pop on over. But if you pop on over, you're either dealing with RYA.
Yeah, so either way it goes, like I don't want to move.
I'm gonna go ahead and take Sheffield here.
I think that's smart money, but who knows? All right, 12U.
Here we go.
We got Waxahachie Collins versus BYA. Is that BYA? Yeah, BYA.
Give me Collins. I mean, BYA's done some good things here of late.
They're gonna show you what they're about. Midlow Murphy versus S-Way McCray.
Give me Midlow.
Lake Worth versus Midlow Dean.
Give me Lake Worth.
We got RYA versus Porter. This is another game of the week.
Oh,
this is just like the KY game to me, right? Porter's been sitting over there beating down people, and then they don't play nobody. They ain't play nobody. Blah blah blah. Well, here we go. They're gonna play somebody, right?
I mean, that's the deal. Like Porter's done his job.
Does exactly what he's supposed to do.
You line them up, you knock
people.
them down, right? And the reality of it is that, you know, so I did some investigation because people tell me I hate on this team, right?
Well, I agree with you on that because we haven't been giving them a lot of love.
We haven't,
but undefeated team.
For an undefeated team. So I went back and looked at it. The first game they win 34-0.
Yeah.
Then they win 52-0.
56-0. Go ahead.
Then 56-6.
Yep.
Right. Then they have a little bit of I wouldn't say a struggle, but it's 22-6. Then they got a 22-12, and then over KYA 51-0,
giving up 24 points.
I mean, they
averaging 40 points a game,
lining them up, knocking them down.
Yep.
But I'm gonna just say this.
Uh-oh.
There was one thing I seen on the film, and I've said it that Elks 12U team. I don't think anybody comes close to them as long as they stay healthy.
You're feeling our way. I can feel it. It's coming. It's coming.
But that quarterback for RYA is a bulldozer. And like they've got some big old linemen that block really well. I'm gonna have to take RYA in this one.
RYA. I'm scared of this game.
Me too,
but I'm picking it anyway. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing. But hey, just because I feel like they got to get some love, I'm gonna do it. They need some.
You're
love.
calling for the upset?
I'm gonna.
You're telling me this RYA team that just got beat, and not only got beat, but got beat handily, is not going to come in mad and upset? Are you serious?
I think they will be mad.
Ooh,
but if Porter has not been preparing his team for this game was talked about when we first talked about schedules. Are we going to play each other? We'll make sure you play each other. This is all they're talking about. So Porter, you got your wish, buddy. You got your wish.
Yeah.
So you better do it right. Lock of the week.
You're locking Waxahachie.
A little bit. Wow.
RYA, I better see y'all light this man up.
Hey, but I got the 10U, so worry about it. Hey, got it. Hey, y'all tell me I never go out on a limb. I'm going out on a limb.
Bro, like you chose that game to lock?
Why not?
Oh, man.
If I miss one, ain't no big deal.
Oh, man.
So I'm going out on a limb. There it is.
Man.
There it is.
I'm trying to see all that. Like chat's got like their own
good.
boards going on. We got something about BBG scared to play KYA. I'm not sure what division that is.
Why would they be scared? What are you talking about?
I don't
that
know.
is an ignorant statement.
We got some people saying check the paperwork. Joshua Davis says Waxahachie ain't played nobody.
Well, they're about to.
We've got someone posted on here that 10U's only given up the Longhorns have only given up 12 points all year long.
Ooh, I didn't know that.
Big. That's big. That's big.
That
That's big. That's big.
That should be a great game.
It is going to be a great game.
Let's go.
We got
Ennis versus LISA.
Ennis.
BBC Jeep. Stop it. Barrett. Okay. That's why hit me versus Red Oak. It doesn't matter who they're playing. You're gonna pick them anyway.
Yeah, they ain't losing. Give me Red Oak.
Red Oak. All right, that's the picks.
Look at that. We made it with 30 seconds
30
to spare,
seconds
folks.
to spare.
So when we get back, we're going to talk a little playoff talk, right? We got a lot of people on the show. Appreciate you guys being here. I'm trying to keep up.
Trying not to trip too much.
You know, I'm trying to kind of figure out like what's going on in the chat, man. We got people just chatting. You know, it's crazy, man. What a great group of kids from 5U all the way to 12U, man. All you guys should be proud. I know all y'all fighting over there who's the best and who's not the best. Everybody should be proud of what's going on. We'll be back in just a second.
Why have thousands of aspiring authors teamed up with Christian Faith Publishing to publish their book? Because Christian Faith Publishing is an author-friendly publisher who understands that your labor is more than just a book. We provide authors freedom and flexibility throughout the publishing process, professional book editing, award-winning design, and some of the highest royalty structures in the publishing industry. And as always, you will retain 100% of the rights to your book.
I was looking to find a company that I could trust, one that assisted in the editing process completely.
The most important qualities that I was looking for was a publisher who was honest and upfront, no hidden costs or fees, and owning the rights to my own work.
Christian Faith Publishing will publish, market, and sell your books in all major bookstores, online booksellers, as well as specialty Christian bookstores. Call for your free author submission kit.
800-978-4812. 800-978-4812. 800-978-4812. That's 800-978-4812.
Fast Track Student Loans can get your student loans out of default, stop any wage garnishments, stop collection calls, and stop seizure of your tax refund. Give yourself a break. Stop the stress and get your student loan payments down to as little as $25 a month based on what you can afford to pay. 800-709-4395. 800-709-4395. 800-709-4395. 800-709-4395. Fast Track Student Loans can get your student loans out of default, stop any wage garnishments, stop collection calls, and stop seizure of your tax refund. Give yourself a break. Stop the stress and get your student loan payments down to as little as $25 a month based on what you can afford to pay. 800-709-4395. 800-709-4395. 800-709-4395. 800-709-4395.
You're listening to Joco Community Radio.
All right. We have statements in the chat that we need clarification on, but so let me get this advertisement out of the way and we'll go from there. Joco Community Radio is proud to be the voice of Johnson County, Texas, and on the live 24/7 TuneIn radio network. TuneInToJoco.com is the place to find all the ways to listen, watch, and the station app is available for free on Android and Apple devices. Simply search your store. Check out our lineup of more at JocoCommunityRadio.com. This episode of more is brought to you by Next Level Claims, making your insurance work for you. Reach out to your Texas sales rep at 844-TEXT-HEL. That's 844-839-425. And then also Versus Sports, 817-308-6064. All right, what was your question?
Right, I have a question for Glenn.
This is for you, chat.
This is for you, chat. Glenn Davis. Glenn Davis, you said you think
Paging
that
Glenn Davis.
10U Longhorns have only had 12 points scored against them and 3 first downs. I need some clarification on that. You tell me that defense all year long has given up 3 first downs?
I mean, that's
pretty impressive. I need to know if that's true.
I agree. I mean, that is something that needs to be clarified here.
Clarification on
Danny
that.
says that is correct.
That's impressive.
Chris says those are facts from Glenn Davis. Katie says yes, only 3 first downs for the Longhorns. Facts. Well, I got news for them. They're going to give up a couple first downs this weekend.
This weekend they're going to give up.
They are. They are. I'm not sleeping on the Longhorns. They're a great team.
one's
They're a great team. Like they really are. And I'm pretty sure I just picked them, right? I said they gotta be to be the man. You got to beat the man.
Think you picked them?
I picked them. Like I'm not sleeping on the Longhorns. I love me some Longhorns. My favorite college team, the Longhorns.
Not mine.
Well,
Let me see. You definitely picked them.
That's disrespectful.
I didn't pick them though.
I know.
I picked the team that don't get more than 3 first downs. Y'all better get more than 3 first downs against these dudes too.
Yeah, I'm still blown away by your lock of the week, and not that you picked Waxahachie, because that I mean they're a good team, but you locked them.
But they said they ain't got no love all year.
so you gonna give them love in this game?
Hey, if I show up to the game, then I know.
And honestly, it's a game that doesn't matter. That's the other thing.
That's why, but it does matter. You ask Porter. If it matters.
Porter's coming.
You ask Cody, does it matter?
Oh man,
it matters.
Man,
ain't nobody holding back on that.
What time is that game?
That game.
I wonder if I'll be done with my honorary captain duties.
So that's the 12U, right? 12U or 10U.
I wonder if Coach Vigari or Tim's gonna let me call the coin toss.
Ooh, gotta ask the ref about that one. Somebody tell us on here what time that game is.
All right, yeah, they'll have 3:30. Oh man, I might get hit that one and then go hit, because I'd really like to see that one.
It's in Waxahachie though, right? Or is that way?
I believe it's in Waxahachie. Hold on. I'll tell you right now. It is.
It is Waxahachie. It's Waxahachie.
Yeah. It's in
That could be a game I show up to Waxahachie.
Yeah, show up, watch that game, and then I can jet over to KYA Field to watch the night game.
That's a good idea.
I think that's what I'll do. I think Tim says yes, we are. I hope that means I get to call the coin toss.
We got to ask the ref about that.
Because you know what? Defense wins championships. I'll just tell you right now, if I get to call that coin toss and the Frogs win it, they are going on defense, baby. Because defense wins championships. And I've watched that D play.
They do. I have too.
I know they can score. All right. We got playoff talk. We spent the whole segment going through here. Tim says you're walking out. Don't lose the toss. All right, so what we're going to do is Doug and I broke down the playoffs. Some things changed. There are a lot of teams this week that they don't have any playoff implication games. A lot of the playoff implication games are going to come down to the last week of the season. So we're going to kind of alternate. I'm going to take 5U, Doug 6U, I'll go 7U, etc. Go from there. If you guys have questions in the chat, then absolutely we'll try to answer those. Keep in mind, guys, seeding is important in playoffs, because what happens is the 2 and the 4 seed on the American and national bracket, they flop sides. So what that means is that, if you're on the American 2 and 4, you're going to flop over to the national side, and the national 2 and 4 is going to flop over to the American side. This just sets up great parity. We are talking about that Waxahachie game, 12U game that they're playing RYA. While that game doesn't count the regular season standings, the reality of it is that when you look inside the 12U bracket here, there is definitely on that side of the bracket. So Porter has Collins and Dean, all are good players are good teams on there. But on the other side, you've got Barrett, Barber, and Cody. Well, either Barber or Cody are jumping over to the other side.
Welcome.
Right. And then that means on one side of the bracket, you're going to have Barrett and Cody, or Barrett and Barber. And the other side, you're going to have Porter and Cody, or Porter and Barber.
Yeah, it's going to be rough.
Not to disrespect any of the fourth place teams.
That's what he's doing, by the way.
But once again, that's who you got. You got those 4 teams to deal with. Those are your horses. Those are your conference championship games. Mark it down right now. Like this is the old school Dallas Cowboys, Niners.
Hey, that's why you play the game.
Well,
shall see.
They can play, but
we shall see.
Okay, well, we'll see. So
what you got on 5?
Just want to make sure we go there. We got Christopher's turning in from Mexico right now. Welcome back. Jared wants to know who Danny Allen is. He says they have the best 10U in defense in the Longhorns. Man, the chat is just on fire today. All right, here we go. Start a little flag. 5U National. It's pretty much locked in, folks. Midlow's up at the top. There is a game to be played at the end of the week.
Week 9.
In week 9, I should say. Good catch there. That is going to be between Thorpe and Prater, and that basically is going to be for the 2 and 3 seed, and then the 4 seed. Yep. All right, this is a big one. You've got BYA and Red Oak that are playing each other. Winner gets in. That's it. It's that simple.
That's
easy. Winner gets in. Now then, let's move on to the American side. This is where things get a little complicated. So right now, Vigari is locked into either the 1 or the 2 seed.
1 seed. Lock it in.
Why you disrespect me like that?
Lock it in.
Okay, whatever. He's locked into the 1 or 2 seed.
Him?
We have not. We have not.
It doesn't matter.
So Vigari and my little Elk team,
Uh-huh.
shout out to those boys, Reed and Knox and Aaron and all them if you are listening. They play each other the last week of the season. If we win, we're the 1 seed.
Lock of the week.
That'll be your lock of the week. If we win, I'm telling them all. You said that. If we win, we're the 1 seed. If Vigari wins, they're the 1 seed. But look, Vigari cannot go worse than 2, right?
Yes.
So I'll move down the line for the Elks, my team. Pretty simple. Elks win, they're the 1. If the Elks lose, we either need RYA to lose, and we would be the 2 seed, or if RYA wins, we're the 3 seed. But we are locked into the playoffs.
Yes.
Right? So seeding definitely matters as far as this goes, of who switches over. Now, here's the big one. All right. So we go with RYA. Right now, they're currently sitting in the 3 seed. Win, you're in.
Beautiful scenarios.
Win, you're in. You control your own destiny.
Who they
You
play?
win. RYA is playing LYSA.
Okay.
You beat LYSA, you are guaranteed to be at no worse the 3 seed. And if the Elks lose, you're the 2 seed. Pretty simple.
Yep, easy.
But if they lose,
Here we go.
all right, now we have a weird, crazy tie potential, right? So remember last week we said Coach Cooper was kind of left for dead.
Yeah.
Oh, but on contrary.
Wait.
Coach Coop went out and beat Red Oak.
There you go.
And all of a sudden had a little bit of momentum. And now he has a chance to get into the playoffs. I'm sorry, he went and beat RYA.
RYA, yeah.
So now RYA now has 2 losses.
Uh-oh.
So here we go. If RYA loses to LYSA, that puts them at 2 and 3.
Mm-hmm.
That now puts LYSA at 2 and 3. So now that brings RYA down to the 4 seed.
Yep.
LYSA jumps to the 3 seed.
Got it.
But now Lake Worth and BYA play each other.
Got it.
If BYA beats Lake Worth is out. BYA is now 2 and 3, and RYA is out.
RYA is out.
They're out.
Oh,
because they lost to LYSA. Because Coop beat them last week in the head-to-head.
Big game.
So now all of a sudden, your 2 seed would be the Elks, the 3 seed would be LYSA, and the 4 seed would be Cooper.
Got it.
Now then, if Lake Worth beats Coop, right, and RYA loses to LYSA, RYA would still be at the 3 seed, but then Lake Worth would be in because they hold the tiebreaker over LYSA because they beat them, and LYSA would be out.
Everybody get that? Clear as mud.
Clear as mud, folks. If you need help, I got the notes right here on the paper. I can show it to you.
Or you just wait till next week.
All right, I can wait till. Well, nothing happens next week because they all play non-conference games. There are no games. There are no games that matter for 5U flag this week.
All the games matter.
Well, as far as in the schedules, none of them matter. These are all tune-up games that are
So
happening
this
week.
This is ends it all. We'll know who's what.
The last week of the season ends it all.
Okay.
Not this week. The last week of the season.
All right.
So essentially, Cooper needs to pull off the win, and LYSA needs to pull off the win, and they're in.
Okay.
They control their destinies, but so does RYA.
Got it.
6U, all you.
6U is much more clearer picture.
Of course, you would give me the hard ones.
It's clear.
Thank
clear.
you.
Matter of fact, it's already done. 1 seed SYA Dusky, 2 seed BYA Sampson, 3 seed RYA Schultz, 4 seed SYA Diaz. On the national side, 1 seed Midlow, 2 seed KYA, 3 seed Waxahachie, and the 4 seeds Red Oak. It is locked, done, and it's over. Now they're playing, getting ready for the playoffs.
Okay, so no seedings can change at all.
Nope.
None at all.
They've played all their conference games. It is all over from here. They are just going cruise mode. Let's get her done.
Wow.
That is a beautiful thing. They know what's going on.
So here's my question for you.
Go ahead. Give me a question.
So you got Midlow. They're going to be the 1 seed, and Waxahachie Cooper's going to be the 3. And then so Red Oak and KYA are flipping over.
Yep.
And then in the other 6U bracket,
BYA is going to be the 2 seed on the national side, and DS is going to be the 4 seed on the national side.
now we'll have our playoff show predictions in 2 weeks, but early predictions, is this Garrett's to lose?
I think it is right now because he beat Sampson pretty good. I think they played earlier, and Sampson lost that game. So if Sampson is back on point like he has been lately,
yep,
that's going to be a great game.
Great game.
It's going to be 1 versus 2 right there.
That's going to be a good one, man. That's for sure.
He went at full strength when they played first time.
Yeah, and you know that Dusky team had one little blimp and hiccup, but you know they're typically it's going to be a fun one for sure.
Yes.
All right, let's go over to 7U. We're doing good. We're doing good on time. I just want to make sure.
You'll slow us down again. Don't worry.
Probably. 7U, the American, is locked.
No. Hey.
Now then, seating is not locked.
No, not locked.
Okay.
He's right.
So 1 RYA is locked in, and SYA Burton is locked in. But KYA and SYA both play. If SYA beats KYA, it creates a 3-team tie for the final 3 spots.
Yep.
So then we go to point differential to seed them 2 through 4. Once again, these 4 teams are in RYA, KYA, and both SYAs. The seedings we do not know yet.
Don't forget, Burton beat Marquez.
Right.
And Miles beat Burton.
Right. So that's why if
Marquez wins, then he's gonna win, and he's gonna be 3 seed regardless.
No, because if this weekend, if SYA beats KYA, because SYA Burton lost to Miles and now creates a 3-team tie.
Right.
So now you have 3 teams tied for the 3 spots. So they're all getting in because it's what seed are they getting in at?
Right.
Are they coming in at and I don't know what seed you want to get at, right? On that side. I mean, for me, do you want to flop over the other side or you want to deal with RYA? But if you flop over to the other side,
I'm going to stay away from number 7 as long as
me
possible.
too. But you flop over the other side, you got Waxahachie. I mean, and you also got Ferris King over there, which going into the national.
Yeah.
This is an interesting one. So once again, pretty much locked up on this side, right? Except we do have a game this week. So Midlow versus Ferris, or not this week, the following week.
Next week, yeah.
If Midlow wins, the spots are locked the way they are: Granger, McKnight, Ferris, and Red Oak. But a Midlow loss, and once again, we have a 3-way tie for the top spots.
So what would that 7U Waxahachie Ferris game do if, say, Ferris won that game? Does that do anything?
It doesn't. It does. It puts a 3-way tie up top.
Okay.
Because you're 3-1, 3-1, 3-1.
Okay, so
it's a big game.
Oh yeah.
It's a really big game for seeding purposes. It's a big one. So it puts this tie up top where now you've got that Midlow versus Fair. I mean, it's big. It's a big one. It's a big one. One I can't wait to see for sure.
All right. 8U.
John says RYA number 7, lock it down.
We already know about that.
Someone's saying about leave a mask behind. I don't know if someone had a mask. Kobe Bryant telling someone to leave a mask behind. Let's see. Garrick 6U Midlow team don't give up any points. Well, that's not true. I just looked. They gave up like several points. I had to make sure that. See, Chad be making their own stuff up over here.
All right.
Hit me with some 8U.
So 8U is also locked. We got number 1 seeds on the regular side. RYA Quinn, 2 seeds. That's Wade Baker. 3 seeds BBC Dixon, and then 4 seeds Lake Worth. On the national side, you got Ferris is 1, Ennis is 2. I told you about that Ennis team. 3 is Midlow, and 4 is Red Oak.
And none of those can change?
We got, no, they can't. So what we have, though, we got some big games, though, right? Of course, we got this week, we got Ferris playing Baker. Week 9, you have the 4 seeds playing. You have Ennis playing Lake Worth. So they get a kind of idea.
So we got some pre-playoff matchups.
And then also week 9, Ferris, then we'll get to play RYA. So Ferris is going to figure out about themselves real quick this week and next week.
But those are non-conference games,
non-conference
games. So Ferris is locked at the 1.
Oh, they're 1. But they're going to find out about themselves.
They're going to find out if they're a real Super Bowl contender or not.
They're going to know if they can. No, they're a Super Bowl tender.
If they can win the Super Bowl.
They can win it.
Yeah. I mean, that's cool. Like, honestly, if I'm Ferris, I'm excited about that in the schedule.
Yeah,
I'm excited about that because it shows you what you need to work on.
Yes.
And even if you win those games, what you need to work on. Honestly, Ferris has done a great job of putting themselves in position. And same with RYA. To put themselves in position that those games that they can really use to tune up, which is exactly what you want,
right?
For sure. All right, let's hit some 9U. 9U is set. It's pretty simple on here. You've got KYA, Martinet, Red Oak, and Waxahachie. And on the other side, you got SYA, Whitehead, RYA, are the Elks, RYA, and BYA. So your first round matchup. So I kind of wrote this out here. You've got KYA versus you guys.
Yep.
Right. That's a rematch from a couple weeks ago. Just run off tackle. You'll do a lot better. Then you have Elks versus Red Oak. That's a good one. Then you have SYA versus Waxahachie and Midlow versus RYA. That Midlow versus RYA is one of the more tempting games for me to see. And some of these games we get this weekend. Elks play Red Oak.
Yep.
Midlow plays RYA. Yep. And I think that's it on that.
That's it.
Yeah, I think that's it on there. But that's 9U. I mean, 9U is pretty much locked up playoffs are ready, and you're already tuning up for the playoffs, right? I mean,
no, not at all. One game at a time, buddy. One game at a time.
Dre says, "Here you go, Doug."
I don't know what that means.
I don't know. And Kobe says, "Go Ferris, beware of the mask. He's super scary."
Oh God, okay.
What mask are they
they're
talking
gonna wear
about?
the mask this weekend. I guess they're wearing a mask. Hey, let's get continue. Continue is not set.
Oh, okay.
It's not set.
Okay. We got some drama.
Yes, we do.
And it's not in chat.
Your number one right now. You got RYA, SYA Bolin, BBC Clark, and then you have LYSA Matthews. Well, guess what?
But Matthews is set.
Well, they all play this week though.
Okay.
They all play. So RYA is playing bowling.
Yep.
And BBCG is playing LYSA.
Yep.
Those 4 teams are in the playoffs, but the seeding is not yet done because if LYSA beats BBCG and then BBCG loses again to bowling next week, things have changed. Things have changed. Look at those seedings. Look at it. Look at it.
I'm looking at it. I'm looking at it.
But that's the only good thing about this division is wow. So that big game, BBCG versus LYSA, is 3 p.m. Don't forget RYA versus SYA is at 8 p.m. at RYA. Those are all big games.
Yeah.
So we got till week 9 before we're going to figure out the actual seedings of that division of the American side.
Yeah. So, and if I understood this correctly on this side, so the top 4 teams are locked. It's just a matter of where they're going to play,
right?
Because the 5 through 8, unfortunately, they can't. When Lake Worth lost to LYSA, which shout out to those boys, that was a big game last weekend, and LYSA went out and dominated 42-8.
Handle business.
Like they just handled business. It wasn't even like let them stick around. I mean, that's supposed to be a playoff game, and one team forgot to show up. Like shout out to them because Lake Worth had everything to play for on that. So now it's a question of where do they go, right? But once again, I'm gonna ask you the question, Coach Doug.
What up?
Do you want to stay on the American side and deal with what looks like it's going to be? Let's just say RYA or SYA, it doesn't matter, and Clark, because Clark's really probably not going to move from the 3 seed. You got to deal with those two. Or do you want to jump over the other side where either RYA and SYA is going to pop on over to on the national side? And then you also got to deal with Win It All Robinson.
I don't think you there is a safe place, right? Is there a safe place?
I mean, it is almost Halloween, and we got people wearing masks.
Apparently, you got masks.
Here's where I'm at on it. To me, this is a lot like the 12U. There's a couple teams up at the top, right? But you can't count out. I mean, I'm really, really into. I mean, dude, look at Waxahachie, look at KYA. I mean, those are good football teams, right? Yeah. I mean, that's if you're looking on the national side, you've got 4-2, and then you've got 5-1, 6-1, and 6-0.
And these teams are good.
I mean, those are really good teams that are in there. And then you go on the American side, you've got 6-0, 5-0, 4-1, 3-2. I mean, I feel sorry for I feel sorry for the bottom.
Well, yeah, it's not. Yeah,
but the top's just now playing each other.
That's the thing about it, though. When you switch over, you just find out who you are. That's all. Because you've been playing on that one side, you kind of figure out, hey, I'm the 2 seed over here, I'm the 3 seed over here. Well, what am I over here? Am I still the 2 seed, 3 seed on this side? Is that 1 seed on that side
to me
as good as the other 1 seed I just lost to?
Yeah. To me, this conference,
this might be the best conference.
It is. The 10U conference is the best conference.
They got the most teams too, so
they have the most teams, most competitive, and for you just to make the playoffs in this conference, I mean, you're talking about there's 8 on each side, right? So for you to be in that top 4, that's impressive, right?
There's 9 on the national side.
So there's 17 teams in this conference, right? And only 4 from each. To me, this is the best conference in the league, and like I said, just from what I've seen from like the RYA and BBGC game, and I think we're going to see the same thing from the bowling game this weekend. I haven't seen Robinson in the play except last year, and they Super Bowl champs. They were really good. Anybody's going to be able to go out and beat anybody.
And that national lead, it's of course it's Midlow, then it's Waxahachie, Sedidas, KYA, and Ennis. So the only game that's going to matter this weekend is going to be that KYA Ennis game because that's for 3rd seed. So the winner of that game will put themselves in the 3rd seed
for sure,
if they want it or not.
For sure.
Who knows what they want to do?
You know. So someone's saying someone is delusional. Took every ref to save y'all from the blowout.
What is that?
I love when refs save people. For sure. And guys, stop complaining about the refs. I mean, they do. Like, honestly, like it's you know, I'm not saying that they're perfect, y'all, but let's just go play football. No one's getting a scholarship this week. Next week, though, not this week.
12U.
Let's do it.
Well, I think we know on the we got one BBCG, RYA, Lake Worth, and BYA. They're all in.
So has BYA played SYA yet?
Which one? They beat
the
Hemming this week. They're playing. I think they already played Hemming. That's who they beat last week. That's who they beat last week.
They beat last week. Okay,
that's
so
why they're in.
So 4's locked.
They're in.
They're in. BYA.
They're in.
So
BYA's
that's locked. And you know what? Shout out to that BYA team. You know they've been grinding and working hard, and they got in the playoffs. I just unfortunately for them that it's crazy. We're sitting here talking about Lake Worth being 5-2, being I don't want to say a middle of the pack team, but like it's just kind of like, oh yeah, don't forget about Lake Worth. You know what I mean? But they're sitting there whipping the dog snot out of everybody else.
Look. So then BYH go over there and have to play Porter, right? For in that first playoff game.
Yeah.
I could lock that game too.
I'm just telling that will be a game that I will be at
for BYA
for sure if I can be there. I mean, because you're talking about that right now it's looking like that Lake Worth and so you're gonna have Lake Worth staying, and they're gonna have
like Barber and BYA are moving over. It's like to me,
yeah, and that's crazy.
That's a
crazy,
big
man.
deal.
And then you got Collins and Red Oak coming over.
Yep, and if Red Oak, so what I have for Red Oak here. So Sedilius is off this week. It's a bye week.
Yep.
So Midlow Dean plays Cody. That's versus 3 seed versus 3 seed. So that's going across each other. And Red Oak plays Hemming. So that gives Red Oak an idea because Red Oak's the 4th seed. Is playing Hemming that if would have beat BYA would have been the 4th seed.
Yeah.
So it gives them kind of idea of what competition they're going to play because these teams have been playing their own side the whole year.
Yeah.
So
Joshua Davis says there's only 4 teams in 12U. We all know who they are. Yeah, I mean. I can't disagree.
You said 4 teams?
4 teams. Porter, Lake Worth, Elks, and RYA.
4?
I mean, yeah.
Okay.
I don't know that I can put Lake Worth up there, but they do have the talent to beat anybody. I mean, Look, let's take the Lake Worth for the Elks game away and take the Elks game versus RYA away. And I know that, I've seen some chat on here that game was close. That game wasn't close, right? Take those away. Lake Worth RYA was a close game. And that's a game that I would love to see again. I would really love to see it again. And you've already locked Waxahachie versus RYA this weekend. I ain't ready to do that. I'm not ready to do that.
This is for show purposes.
No, you locked it.
Yes, for show purposes.
Tell him RYA, you can't back out of that.
I'm never backing out of the picks.
I'm saying
I'll never back out.
Like, so it's one of those.
They need love too. Porter, you need some love too, dog.
I've said it every week. Porter does what he's supposed to do. They line him up, knock him down.
But I'm telling you though, I'm sorry if I show up at the game though, you're not gonna win. My lock is gonna be wrong. I can't show up.
Yeah.
If I lock him, I can't show up to the game.
I'm saying, but Porter's done his job. But like, how do you lock them against RYA? RYA's gonna come out swinging mad.
I needed Cody and Eric just to give them something to talk about.
Because
so let me just tell you what happened real quick. We got a minute. So
I know Ari's already saying, "Come on, Mike." And good news, it took Ari all the way to the last minute of the show to say, "Come on, Mike."
The 8U game, right? Eric needed you throw something away. He came across the field, across the end zone, just to throw something away. Look at me and say, "What? Who you picking? Who you got?" And like the game wasn't even over, but I was like, It's still halftime, bro.
Joshua Davis says RYA versus BBGC Super Bowl. You heard it here first. No.
What age group?
12U. I don't know. BYA might beat Waxahachie. No. Ari says she was trying to stay quiet. I don't know what you're trying to stay quiet about, Ari. I mean,
don't be quiet, Ari.
You don't have to be quiet.
I mean, you got to say.
I've said it. The Elks has dominated every top tier team in this thing. Move on. That's it. Doug.
That's it. See y'all
Bro, I can't wait till Waxahachie plays.
I'm gonna be there. Maybe.
You know you're getting text message. You know you are.
Well,
Y'all better light him up. Let's go Rangers, baby. Let's go Rangers.
Let's go Rangers.
From Burleson to Venus and Grandview to Godley, this is the voice of Johnson County, Joco Community Radio.
Here's important new information from the Diabetes Solutions